Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dolphins and Garages, the popular D&D podcast where we delve into the harsh reality of what it means to be a virgin in your 30s. My name is Artemis, she, they. I play Garlet and everyone else of note.
Yeah, alright. I'm Bo, playing Ashim, he, him.
I'm Charlie, playing Draws. I'm she, her. Draws is they, them.
And hello, everyone. I am Dennis. I am playing Berry Picker, who is he, him. Yeah, he, him. And I am he, they.
Alright, so when we last saw our heroes, they were in a village that belonged to Berry Picker's family. They were looking for clues about a group of mercenaries that had hit a convoy that we had seen in the first episode. And following this, they decided that they were going to try and heist some information from this festival of peace that the tribe and the nearby village were having. You find yourself in a forest. You are walking along. You four, including Garlet, unfortunately, and some of the native people that come along with Barry. They have you in some various disguises as a way of basically trying to pass you off as part of their culture.
I'm just a very small furbolg. It's regular.
You're just you're a runt. You're a runty furbolg who
it's
is
good.
not
You're
blue
getting a
skinned.
roll.
You're an oddly hairy furbolg, and furbolg are already pretty hairy. So
Yeah, listen, are you hairy and have only a tiny little loincloth? You're great.
At this point, I'm going to open up the floor to you. Maybe you want to discuss with each other. Maybe you want to discuss with some of the other tribespeople. I can definitely see that, the appeal of that. I'll let you basically do that.
I gotta say that Barry's probably feeling like he's definitely excited because he loves traveling, but like he feels like he's really cool right now in front of like his tribes people, because he has cool friends who are like not even like people, and one of them's a cool guy who carries knives. The other one's a weirdo who carries guns, but that's okay. No one likes him anyway.
You can definitely pretty clearly distinguish the emotions of your various tribes members by just facial recognition.
Yeah.
Barry is not a very subtle person, and that sort of transfers over to most of his tribe.
Mm-hmm.
They just, something about the way they express themselves makes them very easy to read.
Yeah. And they're not looking too excited. Barry's just brimming smiling.
Yeah. You hear the little murmurs like, why does that one man look like he is on safari?
I assume that this is in Giant too, so they're not.
Yeah,
they're not...
they're just speaking it in like Old English.
All right. I turn to Draws, who I think is probably like, I'm assuming is in the caravan disguised as this basket, and I just sort of like,
yep.
I look over and I just say, "Psst,
Draws, are you doing okay in there?"
And I tap on the I tap on the basket.
I flip open the flap in the basket behind where my eyes are to inform you that I'm doing well. Although the heat is beginning to slowly slow down. Processing.
Draws sort of, let's say, crumples into a ball.
So I am in a ball now? In a basket?
Yeah, you are the basket.
I am the basket. I was picturing a tall basket. I might be scrunched up. I guess I've probably retracted my arms and legs as far into myself as I can go, and I'm just kind of like in this thing, just kind of like waddling.
Okay,
I
that's
love
a
this
great.
I mean, you're
mental
sort of gonna be
image,
you're gonna be scrunched up no matter what, because
Mhm.
I doubt you can like be standing and be seen as a basket.
No, fair enough. It's a
yeah. Hell of a basket, yeah.
this is large coffin-shaped basket about. Can someone just give me a brief reminder of why we're heading toward this place so I can effectively ask questions?
So you are going to this Festival of Peace as a way to find out more information on these mercenaries who were shooting arrows at people in the neutral zone where your bar is. And,
right, we heard the factory was in this town or something, right? Or nearby?
I mean, you don't know like that much information. But you do know enough to say like, okay, so arrows near this town, the guys might have come through here. Yeah, so maybe you want to ask around and about the town.
I would. I'm going to flip open my little eye flap again as I'm waddling along next to you, to remark that I am not particularly adept with festivals and other social situations. Please, someone explain to me why you have these festivals. Why do you have a festival of peace after you have fought a bunch of wars? Surely you're just going to kill each other again, right?
The other three tribes people sort of look to each other and are murmuring to each other as if, like, how do they not know about Peace Day? Didn't Barry tell them about, like, the one sort of important element of our history that we're no longer at war? Isn't being at war, being no longer at war, a cause for celebration?
Barry, I know we have only recently met, but what is Peace Day, and why is it so important that you have forgotten to tell us?
yeah, Barry. Why is it so bad that you fucked up?
Can I do both history and charisma?
You do a history first, and then you can see what you want to do with charisma.
Okay. History. 2 minus 1.
No.
So,
Oh,
one.
no.
So with a mod 1, I won't give you the nat 1 problems.
Right.
But I will say, with a you've forgotten. You suck.
Oh,
In every way.
You forgot what Christmas is.
Oh no.
The war on Peace Day is on, all right, and the liberals are taking away our Peace Day rights. I don't fucking know.
As a way to, like, sort of save face for you, some of your friends come over to you, like, tap you on the shoulder, and they say, basically, you remember, Peace Day is the day that we had established peaceful relationships with the people of Middleton, which is the town you are going to currently. Don't you want to, do that? Don't you want to celebrate that?
Barry's like eyes squint.
You
You do, big guy.
maybe I'm just a little tired and I forgot.
Just trying his best to save face.
do you want to still?
Yeah, I
try
want
to
to.
do
I guess this
the
would be deception.
Okay, now go ahead. Yeah, roll with disadvantage, and then the rest of you roll.
An 8. No, Barry's not a convincing person.
I rolled a 1. Well, okay, so I got a +1, so that's a 2, I believe.
Well, it's an 18 for me, folks.
So, Draws fell for it, but Isham.
I think Isham politely kind of he turns his wince into a grin and then looks the other way. Oh well, he's lucky he's cute.
I look at you through the dense weave of the basket and say, "Thank you for that concise explanation of Peace Day. It's the day upon which you and this town celebrate peace with one another."
Yeah.
By the way, Garlet believes it because Scarlet will believe fucking anything.
Garlet's an idiot.
That's why we bring that fool along.
Garlet is an idiot to ruin all of our roles.
Hey, what do you mean? He saved your role just then. Don't complain.
That's true. That's true.
So you know what the day is. You know the celebration. What else do you need to know?
I just want to... Barry's kind of feeling like he needs to check in on all of his friends because, I don't know. I feel like he's kind of left everyone in the dark about his village and his family, and now they're just sort of like walking with them, like out of the blue. So I guess I'll turn to Isham.
So is everything okay? You got really hurt yesterday, and I just want to know if you're okay.
Oh yeah, big guy. Not to worry. We're gonna. And he coughs up a little bit of blood, but plays it off real cool.
Yeah.
We're gonna be all right.
Okay, I just want to be sure. Cause I don't know, I got kind of scared.
We'll get in, track down the source of those arrowheads, and most importantly, find your mama. We'll find your mama, right?
Yeah, that's right.
What's Garlet up to? What's I'm gonna look to Garlet.
Garlet is trying to stare at the musket in his hands and still trying to figure out how it works. He's still not sure.
Barry's going to sort of slow down to like catch up with Garlet and just lean in and
Be careful with the gun. We don't really have those, and they kind of make everyone in the village a little nervous.
No, there's no need to worry. Nothing could possibly go wrong. And he shoulders the rifle, and he fires it. It's not like, amazing marksmanship. You have no idea where he was aiming, but he does hit a tree with it, and nothing explodes.
Yeah, Barry, actually, Barry, like, grits his teeth looking a little angry, but he shakes it off.
Yeah, that's what everyone was worried about. But okay.
What do you mean? Oh. You are getting up to the point of sort of the clearing where the forest ends and the town, like, entrance begins.
Mm-hmm.
And Garlet thinks to ask, "Tell me, what sort of things go on at this festival?" And yeah, no, you start. You start. You want to try another history roll?
Hey, yeah, let's do it.
Yep.
That will be a 15.
I don't remember Peace Day, but I do remember the party.
I do remember the Peace Day punch, of course.
So you know from that roll that Peace Day has a great amount of things, and since it's a celebration of collaboration, it's basically like an expo for all of the things that the mixing of their cultures can bring. So there's blacksmiths, there's fruit growers, there's berry pickers, there's archers, marksmen, combinations of archers and marksmen. Yep, and then there's fun and beer and basically all the things you'd want from a festival. Yep, there's a berry eating contest, berry pie eating contest,
and Barry. When Barry's explaining this, that's when his eyes widen.
So before you get into the actual clearing, is there anything you want to do? Anything you want to ask? Anything you want to talk about?
I would. Draws would like to know. I would like to know. I am a basket, and it will be for some time. Why am I a basket? Where are we going? How does One Piece Day?
I love how you asked this, Charlie, because you're the one who said, "Can I be in a basket?" I was listening to the recording. I was like, You're like, put me in a basket.
No, I understand. I have chosen the basket. I assumed, based on everyone's assent that this was a good idea, that it would be useful for me to be in the basket.
I'm gonna...
Are you telling me it is not?
Barry is going to... No, what Barry is gonna do is he's gonna, since you're waddling along, he's gonna grab the basket around where your waist would be and just like hold you in the basket, and then he's gonna look at the direction where the little eye holes that have been poked out are, and he's just gonna turn to you and say,
you're gonna be my lucky basket, and I'm gonna carry you around because I need you to help me with all the fun games.
and then he winks.
You're gonna cheat?
Absolutely. Listen, if
No, we're not cheating. I'm just gonna. That's the reason why there's a basket near us the entire day.
You're really yes-anding this. I'm loving it.
good, we will win several of the games, and this will help us find your mother. Then winning the games. Is that how the peace day works?
Hopefully, we can ask around. But normally moms are not stolen and for peace day. That's a new thing, I think.
Well, look at it this way. If you, end up as king hot shit at peace day, people want to tell you whatever you want to know. So, there you go. I got it all figured out, no worries.
It's true. There's prestige. There's prestige to be won as you look over and you see that one of the tribe's members has a badge that says number one good eater.
Oh, we're getting that fucking badge, buddy. You fucking know it.
number one good eater 1996.
It's got like a weird jazz.
They live very long.
Pattern on it. It's very 90s. Looking kind of Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, Barry definitely gets like a smirk on his face, knowing that will be his. He will win all of the badges.
It will be.
Any feats of
All
strength,
right, so-
they're going to be Barry's.
Any pizza strength.
Oh, there will be many potential feats of strength.
Yeah, Barry flexes.
With that, you enter the town. The town of Middleton is sort of moderately populated. It's not quite a feudal village. It's not quite, your big magical city that you might find. There's, quite a bit of infrastructure, quite a bit going on, but it's not insane.
All archetypes draws understands.
More importantly, what you see is that there's a lot of games, y'all. Going left to right, you see a archer's dunk tank.
That rules.
Called the Quiver of Water. You see an axe throwing station called Axe and Answers.
Oh, boo.
You see a variety of food stands with turkey legs, beer, berries, all sold by a either tribespeople or some of the townspeople, or the Middletoners. They're actually called Middletones.
The Middletones are my favorite fucking surf rock band. Yeah.
The Middletonians, yeah. And most importantly, you see a stage. And on that stage is a variety of very high-ranking people in the society. So you see, the mayor of Middleton, Mayor Momo of Middleton, and then you see Barry's mother. As you're walking up, you're beginning to hear a speech. People of Middleton, honored people of the forest, we come today in celebration of the cessation of our hostilities, now our 7th anniversary since the Great Schism. We hope that in time we will learn that peace is not just something to be celebrated, but something to be expected at all times. And that when the absence of war is not something that must be celebrated, then all can live in permanent jubilation. And with that in mind, we welcome a representative of the people of the forest to speak on their behalf. And Barry's mother comes to the podium, and in a mixture of giant and gestures, thanks the mayor, and as she's speaking, she turns through the crowd, and she sees Barry. And in seeing Barry, she then turns to the mayor and says, "I'm sorry, but I must get off the stage. Thank you so much for your hospitality." And she comes to see you.
Okay, so when she's given the speech, I think Barry's probably just... I think we were all kind of just standing still. I don't know, Barry was at
A
least.
little awestruck.
I'm standing wherever you're standing.
Oh yeah, that's right. Barry and Draws were standing still.
I whisper to you, this part was easier than expected.
I think Barry was getting a little teary-eyed, which does not make his like wrestling like tough guy disguise look like he's very much of a tough guy.
Yep.
So I guess he's just gonna stand there because he doesn't know what to do.
A little awestruck, yeah.
Uh-huh.
She's now coming over to you. And the first thing she says is, "Son, I didn't think I would see you ever back near here again." This isn't giant, of course.
Barry is doing his very best to choke back, fully crying.
I'm really sorry.
Just a big weepy mess.
Just big, like, Studio Ghibli tears welling up in his eyes.
Globs, yeah.
Oh, that's so nice.
Why did you go back? Everyone's worried.
The people needed a representative. Peace Day isn't gonna hold itself, and peace isn't gonna hold itself.
Dad said that they had to get prepared for everyone getting, like, into combat. And I don't know why.
Son, you know that there's a tournament during Peace Day, right?
Narrator voice.
Hey, roll another history check to see if you remember that.
That's a 2.
So, your mother... So, does the Fireball version of an eye roll?
Maybe I forgot about that. Sometimes when I get really angry and I have to fight in things, I forget what happens.
Explaining this is the shop talk part. Barry has a hard time remembering what happens when he's raging as a barbarian. Because it is literally like a different person is taking over Barry.
Yeah.
Huh.
As you say this, the basket begins to speak. This explains why you were not nearly as torn up about the wolves as I thought you would be.
What?
Don't worry about that one. We ran into some wolves at some point. We scared them off. Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Oh.
Barry's mother just, like, gives the basket a light kick.
Do not jostle me. My components are overheated and very fragile.
Shut up, basket.
I think we need to be quiet, Draws.
I'm sorry. I thought we could trust everyone. I may have miscalculated. Returning to character.
Just roll those dialogue choices back. It's cool. Just load that fucking cutscene. It's fine.
Anyway, Barry, it's so good to see you. How are you? How have things been?
Things are okay. This is my best friend Ishan.
I kind of
That is-
wave, like an awkward big paw wave.
He's my manager. I've
Manager?
Been...
You're not doing wage labor, are you?
No, well, kinda. I get into a ring with, other people, and they're not wearing a lot of clothes, and we sort of just, like, roll around a lot.
Trying to explain to her what wrestling is without saying it.
And as you do, Isham kind of face palms.
Anyway, it's great to meet you, Barry. You've certainly found a cast of characters to associate with.
A party one might say.
I need to go deal with some diplomatic matters. I invite you to join the festival. What are you looking for anything specifically here?
I want to eat all the pies.
That's possible.
Also, I kind of fucking lean in past Barry momentarily.
We were looking for someone to identify some interesting fletching we found in the forest.
Oh, for that, you're gonna want to check in with some of the blacksmiths. There are 7 blacksmiths at this tournament.
Oh, great, that'll narrow it down real quick.
Well, only some of them make arrows.
Oh, well, yeah.
You wouldn't want to talk to the gunsmith about arrows. That wouldn't make any sense.
That'd be weird. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense now. You pointed out.
We look over, unsure which one is the gunsmith, but then see Garlet standing in front of one of the tents and go,
Oh, yeah.
"Wow."
Garlet saw a trigger and was like, "Oh, yeah, that's where I belong."
Time to be gun pervert. Yeah.
No, the next colony. Um, yeah, so you have a full festival here at your disposal. I would invite you to roll a perception check to see what you're looking for. You can have fun. You can look for. You can go on the hunt.
I think
there's
first and foremost, we gotta find us the pie contest.
Can I do like a perception check to listen for a lot of chewing?
Is your sense of sound that acute?
No, not inside the basket.
Yeah,
No, it's like Daredevil. Like all it draws his other senses are better.
No.
Oh, I see. You lose your sense of empathy and you get everything else.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do an investigation check to see who looks like is there an information booth or something that I could go to? You'd be like,
Yeah, go ahead and roll that for me.
okay, perfect. That is a 16.
That's
not
fine.
perfect,
That gets you exactly what you need, which is you see a booth that's labeled basically map. It has a lot of other words, but you don't care.
I could barely read
That's-
common anyway.
Readings for dweebs.
You don't need to read.
Barry's too pretty to read.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I Barry goes over to the information booth, and I'm assuming it's a human there. Middleton.
Yeah, it's actually a human and then another furbolg.
Oh, well, that's incredible.
So just Rainbow Coalition here going on. I sort of bend down and I look and I say,
Hi, what time does the pie eating contest happen?
and his eyes are like wide and he's smiling.
Which language did you say it in?
I said it in common.
Okay. The furbolg responds in perfect common.
Oh yeah, it's right over there. It's on that stage that you just saw those speeches on. They like to have it on there because it's that's their space for more pie.
The human just grunts.
Weird. Rude.
Hey, don't make assumptions about who can speak what.
Oh, we're living in a better world than the one we exist in now.
So then so then in Giant, Barry asks,
Okay, and then when do we get to wrestle people?
In Giant, the human responds very gruffly. Oh, you've got
This explains so much about Giant as a language.
oh yeah, you gotta go sign in on that wee piece of paper over there. He gestures at a piece of paper, a piece of parchment on the wall.
It's Australian now. Huh?
Shut up. I can't keep it going. I can't keep it going. And you see the piece of paper, you see how you enter, you have all the information you need, really. Now, what do you want to do? Do you want to say anything else to this man who has helped you so graciously?
I just want to smile and say,
Thank you.
Yeah, whatever.
I turn away. I don't know if anyone else wants to talk to him.
Yeah? Anyone else?
Yeah, you know what? Where can I get beer?
Oh, that's a man after me own heart. Wait, you said it in common. He wouldn't know. The Furbolg turns to you and
clearly knows the word beer.
You sort of see him
what
like
if I ask for
hit
a
his
stubby or whatever the fuck they call it there?
He puts his fist through the table. It's like you see him very happily looking at you, and then he sort of just gestures.
I'm still carrying draws. I'm jauntily walking to the sign up sheet. And as I approach it, I realize that I don't know how to write my name. So I tap the basket.
Do you know how to write?
Would you like me to sign you up?
Yes, please.
You walk up to near the sheet of paper, hold the basket out in front of you, and a single arm extends from it, and etches the name Barry Picker onto the paper.
Yeah, perfect, good. That's normal.
Just, I feel like this is like Mac and Me or something.
It's a weekend at Bernie's, but weekend at Baskets.
Just don't put me down. This is the most fun I've had in years. My gyroscopes are going wild.
Alive for the first time.
Draws 5 is alive. As long as we're talking fucking bad, like early 90s kids. Wherever the fuck that came out.
Okay.
So, while they are signing up for the tournament, Ishan, what are you doing?
I have already returned with, those like big like Margaritaville like fucking.
Yeah.
Are they like the ones that are like have like an
It's one of those.
hourglass, like they slope in?
Yeah. And
Yeah,
they're,
like
yeah,
at
3
Vegas
feet
or
tall.
something.
Yeah.
Or in
You just have two hollowed out gourds attached in the middle with the top lopped off of one of them.
You're drinking out of a pumpkin.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah. My beverage pumpkin.
The vine at the top is actually like it's
It's a
grown
straw.
and it's grown and like hollowed out specifically to be a straw.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, wait, actually, no. It's not beer, though, that I'm drinking. It's Peach Day Punch.
Peach Day,
Peach Day
Peach Day Punch, for those unaware, is a combination of 2 parts Kahlua, 1 part orange juice, and a hefty dose of moonshine you made in a barrel.
Oh.
And
Great.
usually, by the time you've drank about a sip of it, you've forgotten how bad it tastes, and you're
Oh. Just my
on
favorite.
your way. You're on your way to the fun zone.
All right.
Berries
Uh-huh.
for garnish. Of
So,
course.
Yeah.
I turn to Isham. Garlet's somewhere. I know Garlet's elsewhere.
He's still looking at guns.
Just annoying the gunsmiths. That's for sure. And I just turn to Isham.
Should we find out about this arrow thingy again?
I mean, no
so I'm like the president. And he kind of gestures at some of the nearby blacksmithing, I guess, displays or tents.
Yeah,
or whatever it happens to be.
let's go over towards them.
They're sort of all in a line, separated by a couple of, a blacksmith will have like 2 games next to him, and then it'll be another blacksmith. You start basically on the one furthest to the left. It's called Abe's Ale and Armaments, and
Oh, well,
yep.
that's a great combo.
And he's got a collection of swords,
Nothing could go wrong there.
some bows. It seems like mostly bladed weapons, though.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we kind of sniff around that one then, and go
They
on.
they try to offer you like a boot to pour your pumpkin into because you are sloshing it onto the table.
Trust me, I paid good money for this. I'm not gonna slosh more than I can afford.
Fair enough.
And then I just kind of I put the cap on my pumpkin in a good day to you, sir.
Yeah. And then to the right, you realize this guy doesn't have a bow. He certainly doesn't have arrows, which is odd. Because you think if you made blades, you could make arrows. But it's very clear from his workmanship that he's not very precise, like at all.
You ever try to launch a sword out of a crossbow? It's fine, honestly.
It works. I don't know why people bother making different things.
That's foreshadowing. Give me an opportunity to do that at some point.
I mean, you do have a crossbow.
Write that down. Shoot sword.
Oh, do I?
I think so.
Out.
Well, you'll check your equipment.
Crossbow.
I have a cartridge rifle.
Oh, you do have a cartridge rifle. Very innovative.
It's not good. It's
Very
what?
innovative for its time.
Yeah, I am really bad at using
was-
it, but
was
that's fine. I
made
got it.
20 years ago.
It's retro.
Yeah, but right next to it is axe throwing.
Mm-hmm.
Do any of you want to throw axes?
All right, I think Isham's had enough that he can pause the investigation briefly and just flex a little bit, show off to
Okay,
nobody
so
in particular.
here's what
Maybe
we're
this
gonna
will
do.
make his parents love him. Who knows?
do you want to
time
pay
for some
to
axe throwing.
participate?
I
Well,
don't want to pay.
Do you want to
but,
participate?
I do want to participate, and I think to kind of worm my way in, the move is to kind of sidle up to whoever's attending the stall.
Hello. What's this? You want to play? You want to take a shot? You want to throw an axe?
And 3 hellos to you, my good friend. I happen to be quite good with throwing weapons myself, and figure you let me play for free. I'll show you something real special.
And then he gives a weird wink.
Alright, I'm not going to take that any more than literal.
How are you weirder than a carny?
I have weirded out the Australian carny, yes.
You get 3 chances to throw it there at the target. The reds with 4 points. And if you get a total of 8 points, so, 4 bullseyes, or you get 3 threes, which is just hitting the target, then you get a prize. Mechanically, here's how this is going to work. You're going to roll a d20. Anything higher than 16 will count as a roll of 4. Will count as like a score of 4. Anything higher than 10 will count as a score of... anything higher than a 10 will count as a score of 3. Anything lower than 10 will be a miss. And anything lower than 5, you'll just get booted from the stand. Alright.
Great. And do I get any modifiers on
You
this?
need
Like
dex,
for my dex
yeah.
or whatever? Okay, cool. Alright. Let's see what the first one is. So I kind of heft an axe, flip it around my hand a little bit, and then just huck it. And... okay, that's a 10.
You hit the target.
Could have been
Alright.
worse.
It's right. You got a nice 3 points there. Here's your next X.
I'm warming up, buddy. Slow your roll.
Okay, that's a 12.
It's another good 3. Very, very consistent, I'll give you that.
Alright. And then I think Isham at that kind of shoots him a dirty look.
Don't look at me, mate, you're the one.
Oh, no. Well, that's a 6.
Oh.
Oh, mate. You know, I've seen a lot in my life, but it was close. Sorry.
I'm gonna throw a dagger at the thing now too.
That's not. You're disqualified. You'd be disqualified even if that
Okay, but I
wasn't.
got a 22 on that one.
Perfect. It actually splits the axe in the middle, and then the guy turns to you and says, "You're gonna have to pay for that axe, actually."
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Put it on my tab, and then I'm gonna write something down on a piece of paper, and hand it to
Not
him.
this again.
You write Garlet.
Okay, that's really good.
Yeah.
And
Why do I bully my own character?
wait, no, I think as we're walking off, he unfolds it, and it just says "No" in beautiful calligraphy.
I turn to Isham, and I say to him,
Well, that's okay. I know that you're a really good shot. I've seen you do stuff like that before.
and then I give him a hug.
Oh, well, thank you, big guy. The point is, I won. That's what the point is.
Get out of me stand.
I think we need to go.
Yeah, next one.
Yeah.
Garlet joins you at this point because this guy, this next stand, is Jimbo's, Johnny, and Jilliker's law firm and armaments.
Great. That's a good
great.
combo.
The slogan is, "You shoot him, we suit him."
Wow.
So we just walk in where Garlet is already in this tent, I assume.
Oh yeah, he's conversing over a fine revolving rifle.
How do the attorneys look while Garlet is talking their ear off?
So they are of sort of the more northern part. So they're wearing these business blazers, very smart looking. But as the guy comes out to shake your hand and sort of introduce himself, you notice they're both wearing kilts. Oh, it's good to see you. What can I do for you in this fine piece that... It's Australian again.
Yeah, there's
What
Australians wearing kilts.
I'm trying my best. Okay?
You're fine.
I am literally 0% English.
You could do any accent, and we are going to talk. Just immense shit.
Any accent? Guten Morgen. How can I help you on this piece day?
I don't know about that one so much.
That went.
Never mind.
Say that definitely went from like German to like Apu.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just
edit
stop.
that one out.
Don't worry. All right. So how are we doing on this peace day?
Yeah, how are you doing?
We're okay.
I'm great.
How's Garlet, our friend?
Oh, he's alright. But I mean, does he usually just stand there like this? He's been staring at this rifle for like 20 minutes.
I don't know. Garlet, are you okay?
Tap him on the shoulder.
It's full metal. Full metal cartridge. Oh, sorry. What? What was that? Yes, good chap. I'm excellent. Just admiring this fine piece of hardware. How much did you say this was? Yeah, it's 50 gold pieces. Garlet looks in his wallet. There's nothing there but dust and sadness. Oh, yes. Do you mind if I take this to the test range? No, bud. No, bud, I can't let you do that.
Well, clearly, our buddy here is beyond helping, but, you might be able to help us with something else.
And, I think I produce,
The arrow?
yeah.
Oh, excellent. Yes, that is, I've seen the craft of this kind before, that lettering. That's very northern, is what that is. More north than even here. Whoever shot this arrow at you, probably is either an out-of-towner, or just has taste of good hardware. The northern Semionese people have some great archers. And some great arrows.
We can certainly tell, considering, the state of the person we found these in.
The main thing I hear with some of those Semionese arrows is that you shouldn't try to pull them out, because it actually makes things way worse.
Oh yeah, we found that out firsthand. Anyway, so is there a way to trace these a particular, make or Fletcher or something like that?
Oh, I mean, definitely. I could probably... I mean, I couldn't, find exactly who used it, but I could find the factory who made it, just looking through my inventory here. And he sort of turns to his shelving, and he's looking through a variety of things. It's like, yeah, no, it looks definitely like made in one of the coastal parts of the diarchy. Probably, I would guess, 2 years ago made, based off of the aging on the arrow. And then it looks like it's been whittled a bit, so that there's these grooves and, serrations, so it cuts through flesh more efficiently.
Yeah, I think that I hear them starting the pie eating contest.
Barry walks out of the tent embarrassed and sad.
Oh, I was gonna ask if it's worth doing maybe an insight roll or something to see if I can see just to see does all this comport with what I know? Is there anything going on here beyond what's being said?
Sure, do an insight.
In my experience, I will do that. In my experience, nobody seems to tell us the truth about these arrows,
True.
and people hold shit back.
Yeah.
So I'm doing an insight roll. 21.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. You know that this guy, he's hiding something. He's not letting on some piece of information that might be vital.
So
I reach my finger out from the back of the basket and subtly just begin tapping Barry on the leg repeatedly to try and get Barry's attention. I assume turn away from them for a second while Bo Isham is conversing.
I've already walked out of the.
We have a moment.
Yeah, I've already walked out of the tent out of embarrassment.
You've already walked.
Is that a talking basket?
I whisper into the basket.
Yes.
I believe they are hiding something. No one has yet told us the truth about these arrows, and there is something about what they're saying that does not add up.
Okay, I have an idea.
I walk back into the tent, and I drop the basket off next to Isham, and I whisper into his ear.
Draws doesn't think that they're telling the truth.
And then I out loud say, and I'm gonna roll for
Oh boy.
deception on this one.
Okay.
Isham, can you watch my basket? They're gonna start the contest soon, and they don't allow baskets on stage.
That is actually, the basket thing is not true, but the pie eating contest is starting.
Okay, that was a 19.
Oh yeah, he totally believes you.
Ooh.
I would have let you roll with advantage because the pie eating contest was gonna start.
It's a half lie. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna run over to the stage to the pie eating contest.
Adorable. I guess I kind of peek in the basket. Just be like,
I
What's up in there, Drazi?
I believe they're lying about something. Find an excuse for me to listen in on them after you have left. There's something they're not telling us.
It's not a bad idea. Here, let me,
and then I think, I'm just gonna kind of heave the basket down, just as surreptitiously and casually as I can. And then the other half of my plan is, I'm gonna reapproach the counter, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
or the stall kind of whatever it is, and talk to the this is the gunsmith we've been talking to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think I'm going to draw my other dagger and just start kind of start filing my claws with it, and hit him with a.
So there's, nothing else you're leaving out about these arrows, huh? Like any personal involvements, or...
And I point the knife at him.
No personal
And
involvement.
I'm gonna roll an intimidation for this too.
Roll it.
Okay, that is a 22, which I think takes the form of I jab it in the like plank or counter or whatever.
Oh, so, it's all business then, huh?
Okay, you've made your point. Made your point. Don't stab my counters.
I'm very drunk, I'll stab anything. That punch hit me like a fucking cart, buddy.
I'll keep that in mind. Listen. I know the guys who buy that. They're the only people who use those types of arrows from the northern area are this mercenary group. They're a bunch of guys. They're called the Rumpelstiltskins.
You're bullshitting me. I wave my knife around a little bit.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't actually know their name. The point is, they wear these green uniforms. They get sent on these missions for a ton of gold on these basically search and retrieve missions. How did you find this arrow?
Well, we found it in a guy.
Yeah, usually arrows are in guys, dude. Where, in what, like, geographical location?
And I guess I just kind of outline where we found it.
Where is that?
On the way
specifically?
In the neutral zone.
You found it in the neutral zone.
The neutral
zone between the Binian Theocracy and the Shikamian Empire.
Yeah, that,
and they were on their way to the United Republic of Baravalia.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was our dwarven embassy friend was intending to take it to the Republic, but his convoy got raided. And you relay this information to the dude.
Yeah.
And he's like, sounds like whatever that caravan was carrying is what they really wanted. I would track down whoever find that. Luckily for me, I don't know where they're going.
Luckily for you, indeed.
And then I put my dagger away finally.
So violent.
And then
I
you
give
stumble out.
I give him a big fangy grin, and kind of like,
Whoa.
conveniently forgetting my basket there.
The guy draws. Roll a deception check to see if he still believes you are a basket.
Okay. Oh
What'd you-
no!
I'll let you roll with advantage because
So
What's
you
it-
rolled
what does
twice.
that
roll it
mean?
again.
Higher one, yeah. Which is anything
Okay.
other than what you rolled already.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank God. Okay, what am I doing? What am I supposed? What am I?
Just
rolling?
D20.
Yeah.
It's a 17.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
no,
It's
you
much-
got it.
It's much better.
This man thinks you are a piece of furniture. In
That's
fact,
what they
he
said
thinks
about me before they uploaded my brain.
Okay, that's a weird thing to say, but you know what? You keep it real.
I have a different relationship with objectivism.
Okay. He pours out this cup of fluid and draws a circle marked by 2 dots in the center. and then he seems to activate it by doing some chant you can't quite hear, and it opens this rift, and through this rift is what looks like one of those mercenaries, and
no.
as if communicating to him, listen man, you've got to keep moving north as fast as possible. They're on to you. They've got friends now, that some mercs, some giant dude. The voice on the other end says,
Excellent. Thank you for your information, but I'm afraid your services will no longer be needed.
and you can see from the other line of this rift that he sort of conjures something with his right hand, and to a human's horror, the man starts to melt.
Jesus. Holy
Holy
shit.
Christ!
Mr.
Oh.
Yep. He starts to melt down and sort of transfigure, sort of returning to a primordial soup state,
Normal.
before being reconfigured into a crab.
Personalization spell happens every time.
So fucking weird.
I've been watching all of this extremely intently through the little eye holes cut into the basket, which conveniently look like a place to stick your hand to pick up the basket, so it's not suspicious.
Yeah.
Garlet, having not noticed any of this, is still looking at the gun.
Man, that man's an idiot.
Draz, you can stop being a bastard.
That's exactly what I'm going to do now.
You should probably tell Garlet that, like,
Take
we're
the
moving
guy's
on.
clothes.
What?
Just take his
Need his-
clothes, yeah.
Oh, that's a great idea. Like, that was definitely not transfigured. There's just like, okay,
If
so
if just the flesh melted away into a crab, I mean, come on.
yeah, it's transformed into
You
a
might have-
crab with a little like Peter Pan hat on it.
You might need to watch out. He does have pincers.
Right. I'm waiting until the portal is closed. Is it officially closed?
Oh, the rune is closed.
Good. Okay.
Basically, you can only have one spell active at a time. So, in order to cast the melt the man into a crab spell,
Okay.
Classic
mhm.
spell that we all know and love.
Yeah.
I'll find a
The
justification. for
Wizard
it.
of Oz ends.
I mean, there's transfiguration spells and things.
So it's just me and Garland in here now. This person's lawyer partners are not here.
Oh no.
Okay.
Well, remember, there's 4 of them. It's Jimothy and Johnson and whatever the word is. I said.
Jimbo.
Listen, it's a big law firm. You know, there's a lot of associates.
I finally extend my legs from the basket, push my arms out of the sides and let the basket fall away from me in several pieces, noting the exquisite craftsmanship and feeling something almost like disappointment in having destroyed it. But then I quickly gather up the clothes of the puddle crab, throw them over me, and go over to Garlet, and just as the first day we met, grab Garlet by the scruff of his collar, and we have to run. The man has just melted into a crab.
Does that mean I don't have to pay for this?
That is what that means. Yes. I grab the gun. I hand it to Garland. It has all metal cartridge casings. You'll love it. And we pull him out of that fucking tent.
He's like he's shoveling things into his pack as you're going out. Reading down the list here, which I was able to prepare. Garlet got 4 gunpowder charges, 3 rifles, 7 pistols, a hat. It just says a hat, and 17 berries ready to eat rations. But you have information, and you now have a crab. Do you want to take the crab?
Oh my god, I want to take the crab. It can hang out with my notebook.
I will say though, this crab is gonna pinch you.
What I want to do is I go over to the remnants of the basket,
Mhm.
and I take a large section of the side, and I kind of I pick it up and I scoop it under the crab, and then I fold it up and use one of the loose fibers to sort of tie it off on top, so it's sort of like a clamshell around the crab for now.
Okay, so you don't take any damage. If you had not done that, I would have made you roll for like athletics or something to see if you could restrain this crab.
I'll roll something if you'd like.
No. You were smart.
But I'm definitely being clever.
You did something smart. Being clever means not having to be good at things.
Okay, good. That's my character.
Exactly.
So I stuff that into my pouch underneath the cloak I have thrown on of the lawyer's cloak that I now wear, looking like an extremely skeezy lawyer. I look down, and etched along the inside is the moniker the Strong Arm, and I'm like, cool, all right.
I don't know what that means, but
that's a lawyer nickname. It's an ambulance chasing lawyer nickname. Yeah, that's actually one from Colorado for the maybe one person who listens. So anyway, I have swept up the crab, taken the crab with me. I have Garlet by the scruff, just trying to get us all out of the freaking tent as Garlet scrambles everything into whatever he can carry into his pack. And we bust out of the tent, me, a robot lawyer, him trailing ammunition from his pack, and we immediately head toward the pie eating contest.
You are just in time, you all, as you're going out of there, to see the pie eating contest start to crank up. To the right, Isham is getting drunk again.
Absolutely.
To the left, you see Barry's mother and some of the other furbolgs sort of conversing and talking to some of the human diplomats. And then, obviously, there is the gun pervert and the robot basket. Oh, sorry, Robo Lawyer. Robo Lawyer, automaton at law.
That's very good.
And more importantly, you see Barry Picker on stage. He has two other opponents.
Yeah.
He has Nose Picker, who is another furball.
That's his only job.
Bit of a man child, bit of a fail son of one of the other tribe elders. You remember that when you used to go out and try and pick berries, it wasn't all that exceptional. This is Barry remembering this, of course, because he's sizing up the competition. Then there's two humans, and their names are John Carlos Benito de Pai, who is son of the Earl of Pai, which is a small duchy to the west. And then there's Brad.
I love that in Spanish this man is the like Don Carlos of feet.
Yep.
God, this is such a perverted episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't go to that. I'm just gonna say, don't go to that duchy.
Dude, pass
Don't
the
go-
duchy.
don't-
Pass
don't-
the duchy.
Don't go there. And then Barry. Here's how you're gonna do this, because pie is difficult,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna have you roll 3d10s.
All right.
Those 3d10s is how many pies you are gonna eat.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Grab 3 of them. Let me just roll them all at once. Yeah, this is a D10. Okay. So that's 6, 10, and 6. So, 22.
All right. So, the pie eating contest begins with a firing with a shot from a starter pistol made by these lawyers. Everybody is confused, though, because the guy who usually fires the starting pistol is absent.
Little do they know.
And they really get off to the races with this pie eating contest. The first person to get out is, unfortunately, Nose Picker. He gorged himself a little bit too much mining for gold, and he could only get down 3 pies before he got nauseous.
He's just full of boogers. Yucky.
Ugh.
He's full of boogies. He's a grody little boy.
He's there in his fucking Ahegao hoodie, just wearing that like it's normal.
I didn't have to hear about that. The next one to fall is Brad. Brad, he tried his best. He really did. He only got 6 down. He is gonna go home in shame. Now the next boy, the Earl, he makes it much farther. He's following you blow for blow. He's getting there. But at 13, he faints.
Yes. Push himself
And
too hard.
His head hits the table, and he rolls off.
Blood and pie mixed together.
It's symbolic
Yep.
of the bloodshed.
And I think was
No.
there one more?
No,
Did
you
I say
said
one
just
more?
these 3.
Then, in that case, my friend, you've not only beaten everybody else, because you got 22,
Mm-hmm.
right? You have beaten the record for pie eating at Peace Day. The previous record was 18 pies. You have eaten 22 pies. And
the judges try to come up to you halfway through your pie eating to declare you the winner, but they cannot pull you away from the pies. And suddenly everyone realizes, oh my god, you're going for the record.
he destroys it by 4 pies. You see your mother looking on you with a mixture of pride and horror. And the mayor comes up to you and is like, son, I gotta say, that was some damn good pie. You're a fighter, and I like that about you. You know what you should try? You should try fighting in the tournament. I think you do really well. Besides, you're well fed enough now, aren't you? What do you say? You wanna hop into the tournament?
Barry swallows the last bit of pie and looks at yet another pie on the table, fully knowing that he could eat another one, but turns it down because he knows if he does eat it, he won't be able to fight.
Yes.
He says with a smirk on his face.
That's what I like to hear. Well, buddy, we'll see you in the arena.
Hey folks, thanks for listening to our episode. We are a community-supported sister show to Psychic Dolphin Garage, and we greatly appreciate all of your support. Thanks to Scott, Jorge, Tim, the Warlock Phosphorus, Aaron, Alex, Alan, Brady, the Brilliant Dr. Fly, Broobs, Caleb, Doug, Dylan, Eli, Harmony, John, Lizzie, Malwin, Olive, Richard, Rufus, Samantha, Sophia, the Reverend Lawn Gnome, and Tyler. Please go to patreon.com/Psychic Dolphin Garage if you would like to donate and get access to dolphins and garages earlier than the public, an NPC named after you in the future episode, as well as some amazing bonus content like casual chats with your favorite leftist podcasters, interviews with labor organizers, and our Patreon exclusive dramatic reading of Sonic High School, as well as Gigo, a film podcast by our boys Kelton and Griffshop. If you can't support us on Patreon, we understand, but you can still help us out by leaving a positive rating on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or whatever podcast app that you use. Are you an independent creator or artist making fantasy or RPG related work? Want us to shout out your shop or project? Then contact us via our social media links in the description. Thank you so much again for listening, and we'll see you next time in the garage.